If Brendan Shanahan does the exact same thing and pulls some guy out of the hat that no one's really talked about, will you feel the same way?
Yeah, you would. I would feel the same way. But I'm pretty sure that Shanahan's made his pick a while back, and I think that Babcock's coming here.
Well, tomorrow's the day he's made his announcement.
I don't think Mike Babcock is coming here. I think everything that now we're hearing and seeing is that Mike Babcock probably is re-signing with Detroit. He's going to make that decision by tomorrow. They've pushed it up. It's going to be Wednesday. He makes the announcement, and I would say that the chances of him coming to Toronto, unfortunately, Frank, are probably about 5% now. I'm 95% certain re-signing with Detroit.
Well, the only way it wouldn't be, and I'm with you, Eric. I saw it on Friday, the
interview, yeah,
and it was pretty apparent was going to Detroit unless Mike Babcock is pulling our leg.
Right.
And if he is, he's doing a great job of it. But if he is, Toronto's still in it. And I can see if Babcock's making his mind up on Wednesday, as we speak right now, the phones are melting.
Let me ask you a question, Billy. And with all due respect to Eric Cohen, who owes me on another bet, here's my point. Babcock is a very, he's not a pontificator. He's not like a Burke, He just, very few words, but they're strong. And if he was determined to go to Detroit or stay in Detroit, why wait till Wednesday? Why wait till Thursday? Why wait 2 weeks? Why this game? I really don't believe he's going to stay in Detroit. I really don't, and I think that, like you said, the phones, you need asbestos gloves to pick them up right now because they're fired up, and he's one of the premium, if not the most premium coach in the NHL, proven winner, sharp guy, and I think that Toronto needs that. If I was Shanahan, I would get him because it would show the fans a little confidence in that Toronto's not going to do the same shit that it's been doing for the last 6 years.
That's why I've always maintained from the first day we talked about this that this was what's going to happen. But here's what's happened in the interim, particularly from Babcock. He's led us to believe that he wants to win. And that doesn't mean anything when you don't put a term to it. The inference is he wants to win immediately. The Toronto Maple Leafs, as presently structured and as restructured or rebuilt, are at least 3 to 4 years away from making.
I agree with everything you say, but that's great propaganda from a coach who wants to sign a $5 to $6 million a year contract with the team by saying he doesn't want to wait 3 years, 5 years, 6 years. He wants to win right away. And that's great propaganda. So I'm just telling you, I still believe, and I think that the percentage ratio is much higher than the conservative Eric Cohen.
Well, here's the thing. I think
that likelihood.
To answer your question, the reason why they've done it, Thursday, Wednesday, I think it's leverage. I think Mike Babcock knew he had leverage. When you get teams bidding for your services, the price goes up. He's going to get the term. He's going to get everything he wants from Detroit. Whether it's, hey, listen, if Ken Holland retires, he'll have a different role down the road. I think he's going to get everything he wants, and he's going to get it all from the Red Wings. I think the Leafs would love to have him. Shanahan would love to have him. But I think Mike Babcock and I think his wife and I think everyone who's making a decision in the Babcock camp already has their mind and heart set on Detroit, and right now it's going to be about getting the best deal possible for him.
And the best deal could come out of Toronto. Business is business. Everybody in the NHL understands that. When a player gets traded or doesn't want to play for a team, it's all about business. Let's take the emotion out of the bag here, and I'm telling you right now, if the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have big, fat, giant Louis Vuitton purses full of money, they want to make an offer that he can't refuse, he can make it. I don't give a fuck what title you're going to give somebody. The biggest title you can give a human being is a giant fat paycheck.
I want to give another take on what I think why it's taking this long is because there's a great opportunity in St. Louis, but I don't think Mike Babcock wants to take the job away from Ken Hitchcock. I think he wants the ownership to make the decision for him so he doesn't look like...
Perry,
It's a better team.
If St. Louis offered, and I'm being really facetious here, if the St. Louis Blue organization offered Babcock $10 million a year, he wouldn't give a rat's ass if Hitchcock lost his job. Seriously, come on. Business is business.
I think the intruder in all of this is Bettman. I think that he's called each of the owners that are involved and said, gentlemen, do you understand what you are doing by jacking up the coaches' salaries? Because once you jack those up, the next one will be the general manager. So you're playing double trouble. And I don't want that to happen. I don't mind you making him the...
Billy, who's the highest paid coach right now in the NHL?
Quenneville.
Today.
Quenneville, at around 2.8, 2.9, maybe 3. And the rumored offer, and Eric, I don't know if you've heard this, but it's 3.2 from Detroit. So Detroit has followed the Bettman rule.
Yep. Okay, so I heard from a very reliable source that Mr. Babcock's looking for 5 million gugouts.
Hey,
5 million gugouts per year. That's what he's looking for.
Frank, I told you that over a year ago. We talked about this.
I heard it's just
this thing, Evert. He's going to get $5 million. But now he has to do it like I suggested he do it. Not that he's going to do it my way. I'm just telling you what they have to do to keep Bettman happy. He's got to take the title of Director of Player Personnel and head coach and put the two of them together and get $5 million.
Let me ask you a stupid question. You guys can all jump on me. Is the coaching staff part of the salary cap?
Oh, it is not.
No.
Which
is a criticism of the Leafs, that they have so much money, but they don't want to invest heavily.
Okay, but I'm asking, it's a simple fucking question. So the coaching is completely over and above the salary cap, right?
Yes.
It's not part of it. So I'm telling you, if I was running the Toronto Maple Leafs right now with the scorn, the displeasure, and the jacking up of the ticket prices, I heard that they went up again for 2015-2016 season, right? It's just gorging. It's like the Romans used to do. They would gorge, and then at least they had the vomit baths. You got to give the fucking fans something. And I think that Babcock would be a big start. So,
I think the best offer is going to come in
from Buffalo.
Buffalo will pay him anything.
Yep.
And they say Tim Murray has a positive influence on that.
I heard that, Perry, and I'm going to, usually I don't agree with you, but I heard that very strong wind that Buffalo really wants him badly.
This guy, the owner, is a player. I mean, he went out and he bought the Sabres, and he bought the Buffalo Bills, and he went out and he got a coach, a very renowned coach. He's not afraid to spend money.
But he's got big money. They're real people. The ownership of the Buffalo Sabres are not potatoes.
Terry Pagula is his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're serious people. Serious cash.
And money is not an object. The object is...
I'm telling you right now that whoever gives him the biggest deal, they're going to get him. At this stage of his life, he understands the optics of aging. Anybody who has a half a fucking brain will understand that nothing's forever. I'm going through one of the worst days of my life because my dog's 11, and he's every day is... every day is a year for this guy. And I have to make a decision, probably one of the most brutal decisions in my life. He's been with me for 11 years. And you have to make a decision the same, and I'm not trying to get everybody down here on the panel. You got to make a fucking decision with yourself, too, and understand when you hit the age 50, you really don't give a fuck what happens in 10, 20 years. You care about what happens in 2 years, in 3 years. Your window becomes smaller. When you're 20, you don't give a shit about in 30 years. I'm telling you right now, I think Babcock's a realist. He's a smart.
I think Bettman is playing a big role in this whole thing. And
but why do you say that, Bill? And you know what? You're a straight up guy. You don't blow wind up anybody's ass. You tell things like that. But why do you think that Bettman would be some sort of a protagonist in this drama of getting a guy like Babcock? And I agree with what Perry said. That
tell you why. There's a history with the general managers who now run the NHL. He has completely emasculated them. They're not on committees anymore. They don't get anything. They can't approve anything. He does not trust them. He considers the high salaries in the NHL a direct result of incompetent management.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah, I read that. So So you think that Bettman has such a power with the ownership or the franchisees, right?
Yep.
His bosses. Technically, they're his bosses.
That's right.
So you believe that he's the guy who's going to go to the bosses and not circumvent the GMs and tell the presidents and the ownership, this is ludicrous. It's already ludicrous to pay Joe Quenneville this amount of money. It's going to get, you're going to make the coaches become like players, where it's ludicrous salaries.
What he's saying in the worst case scenario, Frank, is that if the $5 million coach is being managed by the $2.5 million general manager, all of a sudden the general manager, who seems to have contributed to the success of the organization, demands a salary higher than $5 million. And he's worried not about a double, but about a significant increase because of a bad signing. The general manager wants money that the coach gets. He can have it, but he has to do two jobs. And that's why Babcock is going to have a hard time getting $5 million and just for coaching. And if he does, good for him, because the owner has said.
Now, Billy, let's go back. What you said is very, logical. But doesn't a GM who's making $1.1 million or $1.2 million or $2 million, whatever, isn't he on the reward system that if the team does good, he gets a bonus and this and that and that? And some GMs can make some really serious money if the team wins a Stanley Cup or goes far.
They do, but it's not at that scale, Frank. I mean, I think you could probably have a general manager, if he won a Stanley Cup, would get a bonus of $250,000.
Or to get his contract extended.
Yeah. And
or he keeps his job.
Or he keeps his job, yeah. I got good news and bad news. The bad news is I can't give you a raise. The good news is I'm going to keep you around for another month.
Yeah, but listen, I believe that Buffalo would not be for the level of ego, and I'm not saying that he's egotistical, Mr. Babcock. I think that he would really want to come to Toronto and write that chapter.